What's going on, guys? TTL here. Been posting a lot of videos lately, so thank you guys for all the support. I posted an MLB and an esports video yesterday. I'll probably do both again today. League of Legends is actually playing currently. Unfortunately, Hope missed for us, but let's bounce back with MLB. Before we get started, today is June 2nd, and if you're interested in joining the VIP, I do have a VIP. It's $20 a month, but you get a 7-day free trial just by going to patreon.com/testthelimit or clicking the link in the comments down below. You can get that free trial started. Join the Discord. All the plays are posted on Discord, and you get all my PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper plays, as well as sportsbook bets for Bovada and THUNDERPICK. I also do have sign-up links for all of those as well. All my partners, you can see over there. You can use code TTL on PrizePicks, Underdog, or Sleeper. All three of them. It'll work on all three, and it does greatly help me out. And now with that out of the way, thank you guys for watching, and let's get into the video. So there's actually quite a bit of pitcher strikeout props on PrizePicks already, and it is only 5 in the morning. I woke up at 4 just to do some research. Got some that I really like, and then some that are kind of mediocre. So I am gonna wait until more props are out other than strikeouts before I lock in too much personal plays, but I do have, I think, 4 slips right now locked in and ready to go. And let's go over why I like them and just get straight into it. First of all, we'll just go from top to bottom. I do like Verlander under 5.5 pitching strikeouts. So we can see he's on the Mets versus Toronto today. He's went under this in 4 out of his last 5. The one time he went over was versus Cincinnati, and he got 7, which is still really close to that number. Verlander is usually a really good pitcher, so I do hate to bet against him, or not bet against him, but to take his less on a prop. But he's just not been performing this season. I see him going under this, especially versus Toronto, who we can take a look are ranked 5th on their 5th best in least amount of strikeouts per game. They got 5 strikeouts last game, 3 on average over their last 3, and then 7.72 on the season on average. So they would have to get 6 strikeouts just on Verlander for him to cast his number, and I just don't see them getting that many strikeouts. They've been a really good team recently, and even when they get out, they've been making contact with the ball. So I just feel like Verlander is going to stay under this number, and that's what makes him one of my favorite plays of the day. I also really like Chris Bassett, who is at 4.5 pitching strikeouts. He's on the opposite team. I like taking his over. So I will say one thing that really makes me a little bit at risk on this play is that the Mets are 3rd on the list of least strikeouts. They average 7.26 on the season per game, and they have 5 on average in the last 3 games, and they had 3 in their last game. Now I will say Chris Bassett is a good pitcher. He's went over this number in 4 out of his last 5. He's went over this for number versus some other good teams like the Yankees, who are number 11. He went over this number. He went under this number versus the Rays, who are number 10. But definitely doable for him to go over this. I don't think that, like, this chart is not an end-all be-all. I think that Chris Bassett is a great pitcher. He's been really performing well this season, and I don't have a reason to not take him when it's such a small line at 4.5 strikeouts. I really love it, and I'm going to lock this in. If you want to use it as a flex play rather than a power play, that is perfectly fine as well. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. Next, I'm actually going to go back up a little bit. So this is 4.5 on Sleeper, and that's why I wanted to not, I wasn't going to go over this, but I guess I'm going to. I have Contreras going under 4 strikeouts. I actually think he either gets 3 or 4 pitching strikeouts, so this could very easily push. But he's at 4.5 on sleeper, and I did take the under over there. But we can see he's only pushed once, and he's went under in 4 out of his last 5 games, which are all in May as well. And I mean, some of these teams are really good at not striking out. Some of them are mediocre. But we can see the Cardinals are ranked 9th. He went under versus the Rays. He went under versus Pittsburgh. He went under versus who else? Baltimore, Toronto. There's Toronto. There's Baltimore. So he's not going over this number versus these other teams. And I do see that most of them do not strike out often. But now he's versus the Cardinals, who had a terrible last game. They struck out 9 times. They struck out 9 times this last game. But I don't think they're going to do that again. Contreras is not a great pitcher. And I do love the under 4.5. That gets rid of that push potential. But you can also take under 4. It's just a little bit more risky. And if I'm being honest, he will probably push that line. Next, I really do like Valdez for Houston. He's versus Atlanta. Angels. I apologize. He's versus the Angels, who unfortunately are, I think, middle of the pack. Yeah, almost exactly middle of the pack. They're actually bottom half. They're striking out 8.76 times per game with 9.33 on average over the last 3 and 9 strikeouts last game. His line's only 6.5. I really like this. He's a great pitcher. His pitching outs line on sleepers at 18.5. I actually think he goes a full 7 innings and gets 21 outs. So just even if a third of those are strikeouts, we're good to go. We're looking for 1 strikeout per inning. That's all we need. And we can see he's went over this in 4 out of his last 5. The last time versus the Angels was less than a month ago, literally less than a month ago, and he got 12 strikeouts versus them. So I do love taking this over. And with my final play of the day, I have 2 that I could choose from. And I think I'm going to go with Aaron Savelle over 4.5 pitching strikeouts. So we can see he's went over this number in 3 out of his last 5. 2 of these only being 5 strikeouts, so it was super close. One of these was versus Arizona, who are really good. But something to take note of here, he's only started twice this season. So this is in October, March. So that's how places like PrizePicks can kind of deceive you. I don't think it's intentional. They're just showing the last 5 stats. But only 2 of these were this season. Now, some players, they won't show the full last 5. They'll only show like the current season. So that's the only area where it's kind of gray. I don't know why they show a full last 5 for some and then only show current season for others. But he's only played twice this season. He got 3 strikeouts the first time, 5 strikeouts the second time versus the Mariners. He's coming back today. It's been over a month, almost 2 months since he's pitched. Been the starting pitcher for Cleveland. And he's versus Minnesota. The Twins are the worst team on this season for striking out per game. They strike out 10 times on average per game. They have an 11 strikeout average over the past 3, and they struck out 8 times in their last game. So with that being said, as long as Savelle doesn't give up a ton of runs, and as long as he doesn't allow them to make contact, I think he goes over this number with ease, and I think that he gets 6 or 7 strikeouts for us today. That's about it, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Didn't have many people enter the giveaway of my last video. Go watch all of my last video if you're interested. Somewhere in the middle, beginning or end, somewhere in there, I did mention how to enter a giveaway. I'll be picking those winners tonight at midnight. So thank you guys for watching, though. I do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button. And again, if you're interested in joining the Patreon or the free, completely free Discord, click the links in the comments or the description down below, and I'll see you guys there.